Evening. How are we, gentlemen? How fucking are we? We'll start with you, Jazz. You alright?
Yeah. This is probably, it is the best day since the move to the new stadium for me. I absolutely hate Liverpool with a passion. A lot of it's down to a lot of my family and friends who are Liverpool fans, and it's just we'll talk about it later on. But what it is, this game typifies West Ham Liverpool. We never lose because we're not good enough. We always lose because of the referee and the cheating, the diving that this team does. And and you know, Klopp is the darling of the football world. For me, he's a disgusting human being. He's a div, cheats all the time. And that check that they gave the referee last night under the door, he's going to have to give it back. That referee tried everything he could to make Liverpool win, and he gave up. He goes, if your free kick goes wrong, take it again. It's fine. I do all, and that Salah dive for their it just that is why James and Marzi, I despise that team. The tricks to get up to. You know,
Go on, Jazz. Let him have it. Go on, son.
Last time at Anfield, we were winning 1-0, comfortable. The Masuaku strokes his knee like a little butterfly. He went down, Salah, like he got shot. 1-1. I was fuming, mate. They tried it again. 2 free kicks. A lot of things are coming to later on, but we were not to be denied today, ladies and gentlemen. It was our night. And we've arrived on that. And they're telling me now, you have arrived. Like other teams are telling me, we do not want to play. There's a Wolves fan on another group. He's like, oh my God, we've got you next. Oh, I don't want to. Oh my God, we've arrived. Ladies and gentlemen, West Ham United Football Club on the big stage has arrived today after 2.5 years.
Jazz.
Performances.
Jazz, I only asked if you're all right.
I'm so happy, mate. I'm so happy, mate.
I know this. I know this with Jazz because Jazz despises Liverpool with a passion. I must admit.
But more importantly, James, how are you?
I'm buzzing, mate. I don't know whether you've seen it on Twitter, but I'll tag you in it at the end. My celebration for Pablo Fornals' goal.
Brilliant.
2-1, mate. I literally completely lost the plot in my house. Do you know what, mate? I'm proud of this team. I really am proud, and I can't be any more prouder.
Yeah, I know. Obviously, we're going to do a post-match tomorrow, but I think it's just more of the joy and the situation. But like what Jazz said, I think we can probably do an analysis more on it tomorrow. Obviously, you were watching it on the telly, James. How bad was that free kick? The Salah dive for the first. It's a disgrace, isn't it?
I stuck it in the WhatsApp feed straight away.
Yeah.
It was never, ever a foul ever in my life, right? He does a good bit of skill, Salah, but he runs into traffic, basically. And into traffic, and basically he just runs into traffic, and he falls over, gets a free kick for it. I was like, "Oh my days, what are you doing, referee?" And I'll be honest, when Trent stepped up, I feared the worst. If I'm honest, I really did.
The one thing I will say, I said it on my fan cam with Ryan after I said it. You can't take anything away from him. Like going forward, he's world class, and what he done. I think Jack Wilshere and Jamie. I'm not a huge fan of Jamie Redknapp at the best, but even he said it. That's unstoppable. He's done the hardest thing. What he done was to take that touch. The only way he was scoring was getting it round Jarrod Bowen. He won't get it over Dawson, Souček, and Rice, was he? But I was over the moon when we got this signing. Jazz, just how fucking good is Zouma?
Zouma is, I can't remember him putting a foot wrong. I think he's that good. And he brings that Champions League winning mentality into the dressing room. I think a bit like Lingard did. Like, we are good. Yeah. I've seen you guys. I'm joining you because you are on the way up. There's no way Zouma type player would have joined us if we were not going in the right direction. And he's seen it. And you saw the scenes in the dressing room after the Villa game with the funny song. Actually, I think we're the envy of most teams in Premier League. They want to play for us. And I think the board, the check investment is just waiting approval. Once that's approved, they're just checking a couple of contract things to do with the way we rent and the low rent we pay. They just want to go through the paperwork. If that goes through, get 2 players over the line. We don't need any more defenders. We don't need any more goalkeepers. We don't need any more midfielders. We just need Lingard and maybe 1/2 proper strikers. Maybe another big guy like Antonio and one like Tony Courtier, goal poucher on the bench, because we didn't have much on the bench. That's all we need. And we'll talk about it a bit later on, but that second goal, what Bowen created. Oh my God. You know.
Yeah, James, do you want to add anything about Zouma, mate? We'll do more tomorrow, but it's just obviously a quick one.
I'll do it short and sweet, mate. He's top class. I think Chelsea have dropped a massive bollock in selling him. And I think we're reaping the rewards, mate. I think he makes us look 10 times better. And I think the spine of our team, if you go down the spine of our team, if you say Areola in goal, for instance, Zouma, Rice, and then you go up top to, if we go and get a second striker at this club, we are flying. And we are flying now, but we're going to even be even more flying. Top class, mate. Can't say any more about Zouma. Top class.
Yeah. Jazz, obviously you were there today, and I made a big statement, and a few people actually agreed with me. Obviously, we've had Leicester, we've had Tottenham. That place was bouncing today. I think that's the best I've heard all season. Do you agree?
I do agree, and it's been bouncing since the Leicester game. That was unbelievable. Yeah. Night games are unbelievable.
Yeah.
And we are massive. It's not just a laugh, funny thing that Andy started, because everyone's catching up with it. And that, I was telling people... I started
that in March, didn't I? It's mad to think how it's still cottoned on, isn't it?
And Andy also called it, saying Zouma's going to score. Any game he's going to score. And he did. And 60,000 sell out Europa, 60,000 sell out League Cup, probably sell out today. No club can match that, mate. You know, we are, and when we got a lot, Belgium, how many people suffered coming back, losing fingers and stuff like that? And listen, the only couple of things I'm concerned about is, not concerned, but I think we should be more streetwise. When we do get fouled, we don't go down and we don't get a free kick. Antonio got thumped 2-3 times. He didn't go down. We didn't get a free kick. Couple of times in the corners, we should have just done that Salah one, and by this time. But I know it's not a good thing to say. I think we just need to be a bit more streetwise.
Dark arts of football, isn't it? I know what you're saying.
So from top 6 to top 4 to top 2, it's a big jump. And some of that is the dirty things. Perhaps someone in our team like them, when we scored the first goal, was a proper legit goal, but they were all over the referee.
Yeah.
Even though even Klopp was like, why was that goal? Because he's so full of himself. Because remember Fergie time. It's not nice. I don't think David Moyes is going to install that, nor we shouldn't. But if the referee doesn't give a free kick when you've been kicked left, right, and centre, and you're strong enough to stand up, that referee's appalling, James. I don't know what you saw from your...
Yeah, mate. I give him a 2. For the simple fact of the matter is, he put his shirt on the right way round, and he put his shoes and socks on the right way round. Other than that, I thought he was absolutely horrendous. The referee shouldn't. I don't ever want to see him at West Ham for a hell of a long time. Craig Pawson, I thought he literally gave them everything. I agree with what Jazz is saying. But do you know what though, Jazz? Right, at least we're doing things the right way. And we're getting, do you know what I mean? And let's be honest, they had 12 men today and they still couldn't knock us down. So that says a lot.
We were not going to be denied. I think you're right about it. And Marzi, I was surprised to see, well, how come Liverpool fans at the final whistle went within 30 seconds they were gone? I thought you have to hold them back, the away fans. No, they were gone, mate. I know they live around the corner.
Mate, I'll tell you what, like you said, when we done the show yesterday, the last time we got a win with them was the last year at the Bowen. Yeah, so we've not won in 10, and that just makes it even more sweeter. I said that I can take losing to Man United. It hurts, but this is the one I wanted. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I forgot about Man United already. This is the one what I wanted, because they all they do is give out. And sorry, Lawrence, who predicted 3-2? I said 3-2 as well. I said 3-2. I said 3-2, and I said Zouma will score. I wish I flipping put money on it. I would have been a rich man tonight. But I did win one bet, but I won't tell you how much I won. But excuse me, Hammerhead, saying I'm bloody buzzing. What a game!
I couldn't get into the supporters buy, and 1 hour after they said we're not letting anyone else in. So that's literally
they looked at you, mate, and saw how smashed you were, mate. That's the reason. No. But sorry, gents. This is like the chat and everything. This is going mad. But James, I'll ask you first. How much of a statement has this made to the rest of the Premier League with this result today?
I said it on E20, mate. I said it, I spoke with Jake earlier after a quick match review of reaction. You come on. I believe something special is beginning to happen at West Ham. I believe something is going to happen very, very soon. I don't know what, but I've never seen us this good. We looked the real deal. This was a game for me that decided whether we was pretenders for top 4 or contenders. At present, we've only lost 2 games this season in the 90th minute. We should arguably be joint top, if not top of the league. And we've played some good sides now. Liverpool are no mugs, and we've done a job there. I'm beginning to believe, Andy, that something special could be happening. And Mark Noble's final season at West Ham, and January's it's going to be a huge month. January, we need to sign some players, and if we do, we might be seeing silverware at the end of the year. Sure.
Jazz, do you agree? Or do you want to add anything?
I agree. I think what's going to happen is worst case scenario, we're going to go to the Champions League top 4. Worst case scenario, if we don't win one of the cups. Because you never know in cups, you do need a bit of luck. Penalties, you might end up losing the penalties. But I'm going to get greedy and think we win a cup and go top 4, mate. I think that'll be beautiful.
It's important though, Jazz, isn't it? About January though. It
is, and the check. Hopefully, they've gone in for the approval. If it goes through,
he was there today. I didn't see that until I got home. I didn't see that, Jazz. He was there today.
He was on the
showed him on Sky.
Nice. He's not silly, and he's going to become our second highest shareholder. So it's a big statement.
And let's put it this way: he had a big smile on his face. So he must be seeing something where we don't. Do you know what I mean? So that's good news for starters.
You've got to be heartless not to feel something today. I met West Ham fans on the train back everywhere, singing in the toilets at Waterloo, which is way out the area of West Ham. People go all the way to Surrey.
Jazz, even on the train on the way home, like I got the fast train, and like I was with 2 others, and we just started, mate. Literally, the train like Romford, it's like the fast, and it was going like 70 miles an hour. It was going around the bend, and we were just fucking bouncing on the fucking train on the way home. It was absolute. It was heaving in there. But the one player I want to talk about is Aaron Cresswell. How well did he do today against Mo Salah and Trent Alexander-Arnold? James, obviously you saw him on the telly, so you probably saw it a bit better than what I did. How well did he do?
Yeah, phenomenal, mate. Listen, I've been critical of Cresswell, like many others have said about pace against him, but he had Salah in his pocket all game today. He was. Do you know what? We won't appreciate Cresswell until he's gone. That's the thing. A lot of fans. I'll probably be one of them. I'll hold my hands up and say that. But sometimes Cresswell gets done against players for pace.
Bill, come on if you want. Bill, come on, mate, if you want.
We put it in the chat.
I've got to admit, he was top draw, mate. Him and Ben Johnson. I thought both our right back and left back were 9 out of 10 today, easily.
Yeah, no. I'm not going to lie, Jazz. Like, obviously, in the stadium, like especially around me, because I'm next to the away fans, the tempo sort of dropped for about 5 or 10 minutes when Ogbonna went off. I'm not going to lie, I was feeling the worst, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, who's he going to bring on, Dawson or Diop? But Dawson was world class when he come on as well, didn't he? He didn't put a foot wrong, put his head on the line, and just proved why, in my opinion, the 4 centre backs that we got is the best 4 as a 4 you're going to get in the league, in my opinion. What about you, Jazz?
Yeah, hit the bar, I think, from one header, everything. I was personally thinking Diop perhaps should go on because of the pace against their 3, but Dawson never looked out of position, and that's really clever because I was concerned about Cresswell's pace against these lot, but then Mike, a good friend Mike on a Monday on the channel said, Jazz, his positioning is really good, and he's not that slow as you think. So as long as you're in the right position and you keep it intact of your back 4, then He won't be called. The only thing was, James, I don't know if do you think Fabiański could have done anything about the 2 goals? You think?
Nah, the first goal's world class, isn't it, Jazz? Let's be honest, top corner. What can he do there? The second one, let's be honest, with me and you, and even Andy have said about Origi.
Actually, done a good
West Ham.
I might just remember. Good
but he done a great save of Mane in the second half.
But Antonio, first half, not much going on there, mate, in terms of mobility and moving and pressing. Didn't do nothing.
Yeah, he was the only thing I can say. I say the most frustrating thing about Antonio today for me was in that first half when he's running through, he's one-on-one, he miscontrols it.
Yeah.
And
Salah, that's a goal, isn't it?
And I'm watching that game on the TV. And I could not believe, and my TV did went out the window. I was absolutely going berserk. I was thinking, what are you doing? But I must admit, Frau, if he played as a 7 out of 10, but Pablo, Fornals, Benrahma, and Bowen all get 8s and 9s and 10s for me, I'll settle for that all day week. Do you know what I mean? For me,
yeah. James, you obviously saw this on the telly. Was that a bad challenge on Ogbonna?
Naughty.
Was
it
the
word? Yeah. Ogbonna was through the wars, mate.
He had 2, didn't he? He had 2 challenges, didn't he?
Who done that? Henderson. Who done it?
It was Jota with an elbow in the face, like that. It was like, and he was making. Some people say, I think Fresh Fielder said it on my stream. I think it was. It's just a blatant red card if you've ever seen it, and they didn't give nothing.
See,
do you know?
Mate, it drives me nuts, mate. I give up.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Darling of the media, isn't it? Yeah,
he could have come off for the first challenge though, because he done his knee really bad from what we see on the TV. But I'll tell you something. When he did go off and he come back on, when Declan Rice and Zouma were at the back there, God, that weren't bad. I must admit, they looked pretty solid as a rock. But obviously, we don't want Deck there. We want him in at the DM.
What was the second thing on Ogbonna to totally get him out of the game? What happened the second time? Because
that was the elbow, mate. Yeah, Jota was. I think they went in for a challenge, and Joe, what was disgusting about that quickly is the referee allowed the game to carry on. Didn't think it was a foul, and only when Ogbonna stood up, all the claret was coming out of his face. The referee sort of realised that he made a mistake. It was a blatant foul, and the referee done nothing.
He's a joke, mate.
Yeah. Less said about the ref, the better.
James, tell me one thing, because you know a lot about technique about the game. So there's one free kick they messed up. I don't know if the ball was moving. He waited. They didn't score. Then he goes, take it again. And then the defenders came up for it. I've never seen that before too often. Like, if you mess up a free kick, then I don't know.
Yeah.
Like a foul throw, innit?
I don't know. Honestly, mate, if you was to sit there, and if you're off tomorrow, Jazz, as you said, go and watch the game back the whole 90 minutes. You will not believe some of the decisions the referee was making. Like, you might not have seen it from the ground because you're so involved with the atmosphere and everything else.
Yeah.
I was sitting where I'm sitting now and I was watching the game and I was like, I cannot believe. I don't think he gave us an actual foul in the first half, the referee. And we had some.
When he did, the ground erupted like it was a goal. Is that embarrassing for him?
Yeah. And I saw that on there. I did have to have a little bit of a chuckle there. That's it.
I know we want to talk about the game, but I want to talk about Jamie Carragher because I'm a member of a few WhatsApp groups, and we sort of had it yesterday with Gary Neville. In my opinion, they shouldn't be commentating on their games, Liverpool games. Different if it's Liverpool playing Man United and you want both from each side, but I think it's a disgrace that he's allowed to commentate. Do you agree, Jazz?
Yeah, I agree because they haven't got the sense to be impartial. They haven't got the brains. And I've always said the best pundits for me, selfishly, I feel have been the non-Super League people like Trevor Brooking, people like Alan Shearer sometimes. And I think even there's one or two others like him. Andy Gray. I used to love Andy Gray. I thought he's really good. Never played for a top team. Impartial because they're kind of, it's not given to them. They know what it's like to just be normal, and definitely there's an agenda with the top 2, 3, 4 going on, and you can see it. It's pathetic. You have to, like James, you have to go extra 200% to beat these teams, don't you? Then you're not gonna get it, mate. And like I said, I never had an issue with Liverpool, just win, but they never beat us. 1981 League Cup final. I was literally, I don't even know this, but I remember looking back, they scored from an offside goal, 1980. Sammy Lee lying on the floor. offside. John Lyle goes mad, never lost his temper. He wanted to kill the referee. Samuel jumps up and starts celebrating. Are you involved in the goal or are you not? All right. The what do you call it? The Gerrard goal. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was a controversial, but I'm just sick of these teams. I'm so happy that we got it over the line. Half time. I thought we were going to lose, mate. Half time. I've given up. I was really upset at half time.
I thought we there was something coming with us, though, Jazz. When you're in the heat of the battle or heat of the moment in the ground, I can understand it. But I was sitting here and I was like, you know what? If we can maintain this for 60 minutes, get to 60th minute, I think we can nick this. And not only did we nick it, we're going to score 2 goals. But Jamie Carragher's a disgrace, mate. I'm not being funny. Some of the commentary I was listening to today. All right. He kept getting every time the ball kept going to Benrahma, he kept calling Fornals. That's embarrassing.
Wow.
Yeah, he's just shocking. Absolutely shocking.
But this is, to be honest, yeah. Like I know Dijk had a great game, but it's nice. I know we're going to do our post-match tomorrow. But it's nice to actually get a more close of a man of the match, apart from Declan Rice, because there could be 4 or 5 for man of the match. But James, I don't know whether you heard it, because they gave the man of the match from the sponsor. Did you hear who got the man of the match?
It was, yeah, Mikel Antonio.
We all started laughing in the ground.
Well, mate, I was sitting there and I'm like, don't get me wrong, I know he done his job, like apart from score, he done everything. But James, we're sort of spoiling it for tomorrow. But who was your man of the match?
Oh, wow. It's probably got to be your boy, I think. Zouma,
Zouma, yeah?
I think so, perhaps. He looked quite comfortable at the back. And don't forget, even if he's not involved, he does control the back line and make sure they're doing their jobs and things like that. And 8 out of 10 again. Bowen, amazing. Ran with it, second goal. You got to watch that second goal. I think it goes past 4 of them. And then obviously Van Dijk has a go at them. Why didn't you stop him? And it could be 3, 4 of them, but I thought the whole team played really good. Great performance for me, and I can't think of the striker that we need in January, James. I know we can probably talk about it in one of the shows coming up. I can't, because I've not been analysing the world's leagues. And is there anyone blatant out there?
Well, there is, mate. There's a man who's out there who scored today, and that's Diop, mate. If we go and get him in our ranks, we're a different side, but like we need someone. But my man of the match for me, and I'm going to say this, right, is Pablo Fornals, mate.
Okay.
And I know it's a shock, but I thought he was absolutely world class today. I've had many debates, as you both know. I've known you a long while now, and it's the love-hate relationship with me with Pablo Fornals. But today, I'll tell you what, I loved everything he done. I thought I could see the reason why people will love him. Let's put it like that. Do you know what I mean? And I thought he was flawless today. Best player on the pitch. And I will tag you in something after this, Andy, on Twitter, and you will laugh your head off. It's my celebration to his goal. And you actually hear the words come out of my mouth. He's the best player on this pitch by a country mile. And he was class.
No, I think Go on, Jazz.
Why are we playing second half so much better than first half time and time again?
I think it's in game management, Jazz. I think what it always is like, don't lose the game in the first half, but win it in the second half. And I think that's what it is with us at the minute. Let's be honest, how many times over the years have we seen West Ham lose a game in the first half and go, we're 2-0 down, we're going to find it hard to get anything out of the game. Liverpool, listen, I know Jazz has got his feelings towards Liverpool, but Liverpool are a quality outfit.
Oh, yeah.
They're a top side. And basically, the best thing about it is don't lose the game.
Adam, he's not home yet.
Adam's not home yet.
Go on, the boys.
Adam, even I'm home, mate. I'm never home normally.
But do you know what? I'm going to make a move and let you have Adam on and think.
Thanks a lot, James.
No, stay if you want, mate. Literally, we're going to be like another 10 minutes, honestly. I want to watch match another.
James, you got any rum? Can you give me one single with Dawson?
Mate, I'm going to be drinking in a little while, I know that. But listen, from me, I think there's many man of matches today. I thought there was a few. You know what I mean? But...
Adam, how far are you? Where are you, son?
Yeah.
Mate, I've had a cracking night.
Adam,
I've got day off tomorrow.
Who was your man of the match, Adam?
Probably Fornals, to be fair.
That's what James said.
Yeah. He put the corner in for the first goal, didn't he? And then he scored the second. A bit of luck on the way and everything, but like they were two important goals. I think that second goal in particular got us a bit of momentum, didn't it? And obviously, after we scored that second goal, we ended up getting the third. We had a good 5-10 minute spell, didn't we? And that really kicked us on, really.
Do you know? I'm going to give a shout out because the person who put it up on the screen, that's who I sit with in the ground, and that's Mark. Yeah, Mark watches a lot of our shows, and I'm not going to lie. Do you know when I started calling what's his name, the Cockney Iniesta for Pablo Fornals? I actually got it from Mark, so I'm giving Mark the credit for that because he started to come out with it. So I wanted to say that, but more importantly, Adam. How important is this win as a show to like everyone else in the league for you?
Well, I mean, like first things first. Like, I mean, and no one would have really expected us to kick on from last year as well as we've done. Like, that's a credit to the team and the manager and everything. But more important with the league, we've just sort of done everything under the radar. We've sort of been the last 12 to 18 months. We've been a very solid side, and I think tonight is a proper result to prove to the league that we are in amongst it now, and that's probably the main thing that I'd take from this today. Because like, since we moved grounds, that was the whole reason why, and that was moving grounds was to become a better team. And realistically, we are actually starting to show that. And as a fan of this club for my whole life, really, I mean, you boys a bit older than me, so like take it with a pinch of salt. Like, it's a bit more important to you probably than it is to me, but it is a bit of pride. And today was a brilliant performance, and that's credit to the players and the manager, because without them we wouldn't be in this situation right now where we're sitting in third in the Premier League.
You know, definitely. Jazz, we're sort of talking about a striker. We sort of said Origi, and to be honest, I can't see Liverpool selling to a rival. When was the last time you'd think you'd say that? But would you take Belotti at West Ham?
One of them, because he's not quite fast. He's strong and clever, but I think we need one more Tony Cottee type, like Adam Armstrong or Danny Ings type on the bench. So Belotti would I think be a good cover for Antonio as and when needed. But we need one more, and I want Lingard in as well. I don't think we need any more in kind of couple of midfield positions. Defense is covered, goalkeeper's covered. We do need about
for me. I will go and get Tagliafico though from Ajax as a left back if we can. Joe, the one who we're linked with, the left back from Ajax. Just. I love Cresswell. I love Cresswell to bits, but if he goes down, I think I'd. But we've gone over time on what we've sort of said, and we can do a better analysis tomorrow. And but Jazz, obviously you've got time off work tomorrow, and I've got an early start. But if you, like I sort of mentioned, the other teams they should be fearing us. But I think the difference is with David Moyes, we just go about our business, don't we? We just do it. We're just doing our own thing.
I think as fans, and Adam would agree, my confidence is through the window, and why not? My head is big anyway, but it's twice as big now. And I think worst case scenario, I want Champions League as worst case, because winning cups, you do need a lot of luck in draws and penalties and extra time. But I think we're more than hopefully capable of getting Champions. And for me, that will be like winning a trophy, consolation for me. Europa, like I said, I've got a big head now. Europa, I think we're better than that now. I think Champions League, get in there, worst case scenario for me. And last shout out, top of the rooftops, we are massive, and we are.
Adam, how far you got until you're home, mate?
I'm at Reading now, so I'll be back in my local in about 20 minutes. But yeah, I've just been in Reading for the last couple of hours, having a few drinks and that. I said I wouldn't drink too much today unless we won, and we've won. So I said I've got to have a few. That was the way to play it. To be fair, it's been a good day all round. To be like, if I'm honest with you, like, and there was no way. Like the one game this season so far, I expected not to get a win. It was this one.
Yeah.
Because it's Liverpool.
Liverpool. It's a referee now. It's always a referee. Yeah.
See, Hammerhead sort of saying that, and there's a few other people who are saying that. Fabiański gave too much room, and maybe he should have got to it. I've sort of watched the replay back on the other screen here, what I'm looking at, and I'll have to agree. I think he was too far over as well. It was a good free kick, bear in mind, but maybe he could have. I don't think he would have saved it, but he was a bit too far over.
I'll be honest,
but
I don't think the wall was set up properly because they shifted the ball further to the right, and there was no one covering that post.
Yeah. And Bowen's tiny as well.
I think it was just a bit of quality, to be fair. That's Liverpool for you. Like, if I'm honest with you, I just thought it was a good goal.
For me,
Lawrence, before I just want to add, me, Jazz, and Adam have had a few bevies today. So this is not like a scheduled show where, look, I ain't even got a background. I ain't even done the name right. I ain't even wrote what episode we're on. All I wrote was we are massive. And
all three of us have been in this game as well. All the other channels going live now, none of them been at the game. So we just come through half dead.
I know. But we'll be back tomorrow with a proper analysis, and we'll get all the figures, all the facts. But the most important thing is, Jazz, what are we?
Truly massive. Huge.
Adam, and massive are we?
Can I swear on this?
Of course you can.
We are fucking massive, mate. Come on, your eyes.
But no, I'm just gonna read these comments out before we go. Nice jersey. His name's Adam, but I think it's because I said Mark for his comment. But yeah, his name's Adam Lawrence, but I'll let you off. That was my fault, probably.
That's a Steve Lomas, Ian Pearce top, that one. Yeah, like that.
Yeah, I love that. Zouma carrying thingy. James said his missus called, so we'll catch up tomorrow. He'll tag us in. Zouma, I love that man. We are massive. Word and pictures. He's drunk as well. See? It's all fun and thingy. And Hammerhead saying the second goal to Fabiański doesn't move anymore. Yeah, I don't really care. We won, Hammerhead, but yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Jazz obviously winning on international break, going into an international break. Do you reckon that plays its part? Is that a good thing as well?
It's brilliant, but you know one word I hate, and I don't want anyone to say it anymore. This game's massive. This game's decisive. I hate those words. We've done it now. Just chill out now. Enjoy the season. Take the game as it comes. And no game makes or breaks the season. And just go with the flow. We don't have to show anyone out. It's not flash in the pan. 2.5 years. We've beaten everyone now. And everyone knows now. Because I've seen from groups of other fans, they do not want to play us. So Man City League Cup. Bring it on. Europa 1 point. Go in last 16. FA Cup third round soon. Draw. Exciting times, lads, are well deserved. And Adam, you must be shattered, my friend, after Belgium, because probably you're not even recovered from that trip. And then,
well, no, I went out yesterday the whole day as well. So yeah, I've had a long one, mate. But no, it's all part and parcel of it. I wouldn't change it, to be fair. Like you watched the club for so many years, and this is what you want. Like Belgium was a credit to the like. I didn't really see on my fan cam at West Ham Fan TV earlier in the day, but like the disappointing thing to come out of that was that video on social media on that plane, and that ruined it all for me in a little bit because all the fans out there were terrific, and that was a bit.
Were you on that plane? Were you on that plane?
No. I took the Eurostar.
Oh yeah, of course. What I'm on about. Okay. Well, I think he's been arrested. I mean, I don't want to go any more into it. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
but yeah, like
disappointing though to see that because the whole trip was brilliant, and the fans out there were terrific. There was no trouble, and the result we didn't get the win in that, but that's the sort of stuff you dream for. And like Vienna in a few weeks is gonna be class. So.
Yeah, no, definitely. But like you said, we're gonna go to bed happy. I'm gonna have to rewind match of the day because once I've finished on here, me and Jazz and maybe Adam will feature as well. We've got a few of us. I think there's going to be a queue tomorrow who want to come on and talk about the post-match tomorrow evening. We've got our Steve.
I've got the whole week off, so yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, no, definitely, mate. We'll look forward to seeing your contribution tomorrow obviously, we'll sit down. I'm probably going to watch a bit of the game and watch a bit of it tomorrow before the show, so I can get a bit of understanding. And of course, we've got the Steve Lomas Appreciation Night on Tuesday. We've got some exciting stuff coming up. And if you are new around here and you like what we're doing, hit a like and subscribe. At the moment, we are currently on 323 subscribers, so that's a great jump for us. And we move on to bigger and better things.
And fancy football show tomorrow at some point, hopefully going live.
Fantasy football show tomorrow as well. But Adam, thanks very much for your time. Jazz, as always, you convinced me to do a show now. I was going to get ready to have a shower and go to bed, but I'm a bit behind schedule now. But most importantly, what are we, Jazz?
F massive.
You can swear. Go on, say it.
Fucking massive.
Everywhere.
Adam, what are we? West Ham are massive. Everywhere we go. West Ham.
Adam's going to all the shorties, Mr. Reddingstone.
Take care, everyone. See you later. Come on, you irons.
See you later.
See you later.